Are you unhappy with your life? Do you feel like you're living a life that is not true to you and it's more true to other people? Maybe your parents, your brothers, your friends? If this is the case, I want you to watch this video. So since I had, and I suppose still have, social anxiety, I used to be quite afraid of just being my true self, of frankly exposing myself and being vulnerable. And this prevented me for quite a long time to pursue what I wanted to pursue, to build a life that I wanted to build. And I don't want this to be the case for you. So I'm going to tell you what I did to overcome this. So one of the steps that I took, and probably the biggest one to overcome this fear of being criticized for who I am, is create this channel. Who you're seeing right now is me. It's Tiago. It's the authentic me. I don't really care if the people watching this will like or dislike that much. Of course it's nice, but I know myself, and I'm able to expose myself by talking in these videos. And I built this by just overcoming the initial fear of being criticized and being afraid of maybe not getting views or being a failure or, saying some embarrassing things. And I did this just by pressing the record button. I was thinking like, oh, what am I going to make the video about? What's the idea? What's the title? The thumbnail? But then something just came over me. I can't explain what it was, but I think it was that, that quiet voice that we have that's like, just do it, just go for it. Instead of the, oh, don't do it because of this. It's the quiet voice. And for some reason, I listened to it, and I'm glad I did. Otherwise, I wouldn't be sitting here today. And I pressed the record button, and I started speaking. And I was so terrified, so nervous, that I literally said, oh, this video will be about self-improvement, and be kind to the comments. I was terrified of criticism. And if I hadn't made that video, just press the record button that one time, I wouldn't be here today. And I don't want that for you. I want you to chase what you want to chase, to build the life that you want, not what your parents say it's best for you, or your friends, or your teacher, or your, social media guru. What you want, what you know is true to yourself. Because you need to take that first step, just like I did with creating that video. Even though it's deleted now, because it's just, there's no real value in it. I was just overcoming that fear. I've posted more than 50 videos now. And that might not seem like a lot, but from someone that was afraid of posting one, and now I posted more than 50. And I promise you, I do not plan on stopping. It's just amazing. And I'm so much more comfortable now. Like, I can do just goofy stuff, and I don't care. I really don't. And in the first video, I was like this. So, hi guys, this video is about self-improvement. And I was like this, and just be kind in the comments. I was terrified. But I overcame that thing, and that's what you should do too. If you want to be, I don't know. Man, I don't know. Whatever, it. Like, I don't need to be telling you what to do. You know what you want to be. You know what you want to do. And if you don't, then just, make your purpose, your mission to find out what that is. But if you do, the first thing you got to do. Apply to that college, or, go take an exam, or whatever it is. I don't know. You know it. That's what matters. So just go after that thing. And you're always going to care about what other people think. That's normal, and frankly, that's healthy. It's a survival mechanism. Think in a survival sense, right? If you didn't care about what anyone thought of you, then you do whatever you wanted. And that means if you're an asshole, you're just going to be an asshole. And if you're an asshole, people don't want to be around you. And if people don't want to be around you, then you're by yourself. And if you're by yourself, you're probably going to die. So it's normal to have these thoughts, to not want to disappoint others and be excluded. So don't feel bad for that. But understand that in today's world, those thoughts, those mechanisms, even though natural, don't really apply that well anymore. You're not going to be excluded and all of a sudden a saber-toothed tiger is going to jump on you. It's just not the case nowadays. Some people might dislike you, but then you meet more people, and then those people like you for who you are. So overcoming this thing of wanting to please everyone or most people, just, it's a massive shift, I promise you. And a lot of people want this belief before taking action. And I'm sorry to tell you this. This might hurt a little bit, but even though it might help, you need the action first. I promise you this. There aren't enough books in the world or enough phrases or words to make me feel better about having started this channel than just starting the channel. There was nothing stronger than pressing the record button. So I understand it might be overwhelming at first to make that first leap into what you want to do, but it needs to be done. And no, you don't need to do it today or tomorrow, but you can't just keep putting it off. I would say either 100% go for it and just make the leap, or every single day be doing something that will work on you being more likely to make the leap and actually take the action. Never ever just go, oh, one day, someday. Someday is just the killer of dreams. Someday I'll do it when I insert whatever excuse. Oh, when I make this much money, when I have, I don't know, more muscle, what excuses. And I use YouTube because it's what I have experience in, right? It might be something totally different for you or not. But let's say, like, it doesn't make sense. Let's say I'm genuinely like afraid of criticism, which I'm not now. But let's say that I was. I was definitely like that in the beginning. I'm gonna stop fulfilling my purpose and building my dream life because some people say they dislike what I'm saying? Does that make any sense at all? Once we think of it this way, in a more logical and less emotionally reactive sense to these situations, we sort of put into perspective how ridiculous this is, right? And it almost makes it more easier to face, right? Like, oh, this is ridiculous. I'm just gonna do it, you know? And if I got criticized, let's say by the people that matter the most to me, which would be my family, my close friends, and that's about it. If I got criticized by them and it got recommended to them, then in the whole world the amount of people that are close to me is so low compared to the world that would mean that my video probably blew up. And if at that point it blew up and the people that I care about criticize me, then I already blew up. Therefore, I'm already much closer to building my dream life. And at that point, it doesn't matter. So that means the only time it matters is probably in those first few videos. And that means if you just make the first few videos and you keep going, at which point the difficulty is consistency and not the criticism of other people, then you build your dream life. It's that easy. You just need to apply these things. I genuinely just speak my mind, and I've got 28 subscribers. Like, that's not a lot, but it's 28 people that were like, oh yeah, I want to receive more. I want to watch more of this. It's like, and maybe like four of these are, I don't know, my friends, my family, but let's go, all right, let's go 24. 24 people were like, oh, I want to hear more of this guy. I like this guy. And that's amazing. That feeling is so much better and so much more motivating than someone being like, I don't really agree with that. Or even like, oh, fuck this guy. You know, things like that. It's amazing to see that people resonate with what you say. I took action despite my fear, and it's the best feeling ever. So do it, man. Trust it. Trust me. So figure out what you want to do. Figure out what you are good at and like to do that provide value to other people. And go at it. Strike it like your life depends on it. Because, my friend, it very much does. Thanks for watching. Strive for progress, not perfection.